Chapter 5, Channel Number 4, Selling Audiobooks on Amazon ACX. The popularity of audiobooks has increased considerably in the last few years. The world is a lot more fast-paced now, and people hardly have the time to sit and read a book. The introduction of audiobooks has been a welcome solution. With the increasing popularity of audiobooks, the number of players in the market is also on the rise. The Audiobook Creation Exchange, ACX, is a program introduced by Amazon in 2011. The ACX is an online marketplace where authors, publishers, and narrators create and sell audiobooks. Although there has been a rise in the number of audiobook sellers on Amazon, the market remains largely untapped. You can generate a lot of passive income by selling audiobooks on ACX. However, like the Amazon FBA, there are a set of guidelines you need to follow to excel in the business. Don't worry, I have your back. I will guide you through all the processes involved. As the production cost is quite slim, the profits that you reap would be humongous. If you do everything right, earning upwards of $5,000 per book in royalties would not be a problem. So, without further ado, let's get started with Amazon ACX. Introduction to Amazon ACX. The Amazon ACX was launched on May 12, 2011. It was launched by Audible, a company owned by Amazon Incorporated. Audible launched this new platform to convert books into an audio format so that people can listen to them anytime, anywhere. There are plenty of audiobook platforms out there, but Amazon is the real powerhouse in the market. Getting started is simple. You just need to set up your account and input your tax information and bank account details. What you earn from ACX is subject to a variety of factors. One of them is based on your audiobook's total runtime. If you go by the standard payment plans of Amazon, for less than 1 hour of audiobook runtime, you can earn $3.95 to $7. If the runtime is in excess of 20 hours, then you earn between $25 and $35. But as I already said, the payment plan is pretty subjective, and you may earn a lot more than the figures given above. For instance, if someone subscribes to Audible and your audiobook happens to be their first purchase, then you'll receive a humongous bonus payment of $75 from Amazon. Likewise, there are plenty of other factors that can help you earn a sizable profit from ACX. So I urge you to keep reading. Why Amazon ACX? You must be wondering, if the ACX is such a profitable model, why aren't more people showing interest? This is simply because most people believe that the ACX process is extremely complicated, and although the business is quite profitable, it is not worth going through the complex process. They also think that the production cost is too high. To be honest, the ACX is quite simple and organized process, and the production cost is not as high as people think. Speaking from personal experience, I invested around $500 on my first audiobook, and I earned approximately $4,000 in the space of 3 months. I am earning royalty payments for that audiobook to this day. Not a bad deal, isn't it? The concept of the ACX is a fairly new one, and the market is not as competitive. Consequently, the chances of earning sizable profits are quite high. Most people avoid investing their time in understanding the ACX, thinking that the process is too difficult. But that's not the case. Once you understand the process in detail, you would be able to earn a great deal of passive money throughout your lifetime. First, you need to figure out the topic of your choice. It is important for you to work on something that interests you. For instance, if your interest lies in finance, then you should consider publishing a title on finance-related subjects. Next, you need to find out the books that sell the most under the preferred category. You can take a cue from the Amazon BSR to know about popular titles. Top-ranked titles are high-selling audiobooks. This means that if you create or published an improved version of a top-selling audiobook, you can generate a lot of sales. The flip side, the competition would be stiff. Some categories are more profitable than others. Since you are getting started, my suggestion you would be always go for the most profitable categories. How to create an audiobook. An audiobook has three main components: the document, the cover, and the narration. The good thing about the document of an audiobook is that you do not need to worry about formatting or pictures. You just need a manuscript to read from. I will tell you how you can make use of each component to your advantage and earn a steady source of passive income in the process. 1. The document. No rule says that you have to write the manuscript yourself. You can always hire a ghostwriter to write the document on your behalf. There are plenty of independent ghostwriters out there who would be ready to create the manuscript for you in exchange for money. They will hand over all ownership to you upon successful completion of a project. You can help then publish the audiobook in your name or your pen name. Hiring a ghostwriter for writing a book is a fairly common process, and it lets you focus on other aspects like research, marketing, etc. Many of your favorite authors have taken the help of ghostwriters at some point in their careers. You would be surprised to know that James Patterson, a celebrated U.S. author, earns more than $20 million a year from audiobooks. Most of his titles are ghostwritten. Some ghostwriting companies charge around $25,000 to write titles on your behalf. These companies mainly ghostwrite titles for celebrities. You need not worry. There are plenty of quality ghostwriters out there who will be ready to work on your audiobook for $500. Hiring a ghostwriter is a big step, and you should consider a lot of factors before hiring one. You can get in touch with a ghostwriting company who would be ready to allot a good writer for your audiobook, but you may have to shell out a little more than $500. Having said that, there are plenty of ghostwriters out there who can come up with some great manuscripts for your audiobook. So, my suggestion to you is to look for independent ghostwriters in the form of college students or promising writers who would give their absolute everything to the job at hand. Budding writers have a lot of drive in them and would be ready to write for you at a cheap price, but you must gauge the capabilities of the ghostwriter beforehand. How do you judge the capabilities of your ghostwriter? Well, there are more ways than one. First, you can always ask for samples of prior projects undertaken by the writers. Second, you may give them a topic and ask them to submit a 200-word essay on the same. Third, you may examine their customer reviews. I would like to elaborate on the third option because it is by far the best option for you. Finding the perfect ghostwriter can be a challenging task, even if the sample works are brilliant. Other aspects like commitment, discipline, and focus can't be judged over a piece of paper. That is why you should search for ghostwriters on websites like Upwork and Fiverr. These websites have plenty of talented ghostwriters from around the world. Once you sign up, you can post about your requirement, and interested writers would approach you with their prices. Once you have a significant number of writers lined up for the work, you can go for the writer with the cheapest bid. Wait. You can't just hire a writer just because he charges an affordable price. You can learn about the writer and his or her capabilities by going through the profile. You should also examine the customer reviews of the writer before hiring. Customer reviews do tell a lot about a certain professional's qualities, so make an informed decision only after reviewing the total cost as well as feedback from previous customers. Once you finalize your ghostwriter, the next thing you should do is send him or her an outline or the table of contents. Now your outline should be close to the chapter or topics covered by the top-selling books in the category. I am not suggesting you plagiarize somebody else's work. There is nothing wrong with taking inspiration from the popular books on Amazon. Once you are done sending the outline, you can focus on other aspects and wait for your manuscript to be delivered. 2. The cover. The next big step is to design the cover of the audiobook. This is a very important step. The cover of the audiobook needs to be captivating. The cover is the first thing that your customers will see, and it has to be spot on. Many publishers have failed to understand the importance of audiobook covers. There are thousands of average covers on Audible. You can take advantage of this opportunity by producing a high-quality cover that will make you stand out. Getting your cover designed by a recognized cover designer can easily cost you around $600 to $800, but you can get in touch with quality cover designers on Fiverr or Upwork. Cover designers on Fiverr or Upwork will be ready to work on your book cover for as low as $50. You can get your work done at an even cheaper rate, but I would urge you to examine the profile of your prospective cover designer before making any decisions. You can filter your search to find the top-rated sellers on Fiverr's platform. For this, you just need to go to Seller Details and click on Top-Rated Sellers. From the drop-down, this will filter out all the lower-ranked sellers, but top-rated sellers may charge a higher fee, so I would suggest you keep all of your options open. I already iterated. You can easily get a quality designer within $50. The difference between an ebook cover and an audiobook cover is that the former requires a rectangular design while the latter needs a square one. You should convey all these information to the designer before they begin their work. Salient guidelines concerning the color and dimension of your audiobook should also be conveyed in advance. Let me give you another tip to get the best out of your designer. Just go for the premium package, which costs a little more than the basic one, and you can enjoy unlimited revisions. This means that you can ask the designers to keep upgrading the cover until you are completely satisfied. The next step would be to provide the title and subtitle text to the designer. Once all these particulars are provided, just wait for a few days and your premium cover will be ready to use. 3. The narration. The final step of the process is the audio production stage. Once you have the final document, visit Amazon ACX to find a suitable narrative for your audiobook production. The process of audio generation is pretty simple. You need to go to the Amazon website and the bottom of the page. You'll find the ACX button. Once you click on the ACX button, a portal will open. ACX helps you link your audiobooks on Audible. Once you are on Audible platform, you can choose a suitable narrator for your audiobook. ACX has around 250,000 narratives on its database. Just go to the search bar and click on Producers for Hire from the dropdown. You can use the filter option to optimize your search based on your preferred language or gender. Once you've done that, you can listen to the narrator's voice samples to figure out the right man or woman for the job. Once you find your narrator, visit their profile and check their experience in the field. Most narrators charge between $50 and $100 per hour of audiobook generation. Some of them would work based on a royalty share. Consider all these factors diligently before making a decision. The duration of the audiobook is another important consideration. There is no cap on the duration of the audiobook. Long audiobooks stretch for more than 15 hours, while others range between 15 and 20 minutes. However, the perfect duration is 3 hours. Therefore, if they charge around $25 per hour of finished audio, you'll have complete 3-hour audiobook for less than $80. You certainly do not need to worry about the quality of work because all the narrators on ACX are Amazon approved. So, all you need to do is find the correct narrator and the rest will be taken care of. As I already mentioned, some narrators work based on royalty share. They would narrate your manuscript without charging a single penny. What's in it for the narrator, you will ask? Well, there is a certain smartness to it. Let me explain. Some narrators would agree to work for free, provided that you split the royalties earned from your audiobook on a 50-50 basis. Narrators know pretty well that almost all audiobooks generate steady revenue. If they work on a per finished hour PFH basis, they will earn a miserly one-time income. But if they go for royalty share, they can earn way more money regularly. So, never go for the royalty sharing model. The idea of getting your manuscript narrated for free could seem to be a lucrative deal, but it is not so. You'll end up losing way more than you could have gained. So don't fall into that trap. Approach your preferred narrator and clarify your PFH budget in the first instance. Once you receive the audio from the narrator, you will have taken the first step to create a money-making machine. With a meager investment of less than $700, you can earn around $1,000 worth of passive income for the rest of your life. The ACX is a blue ocean market. Many people refrain from investing their time and money thinking that the process is too complicated. Those who have shown interest has earned an absolute fortune. The ACX can make you rich if you follow the methods given in the book. You will be able to secure a significant amount of wealth within a short time. Just remember, quality sells. If you can come up with a quality audiobook, then you have a winning formula. Strategies to succeed with audiobooks. After a lot of hard work, you've finally produced a very high-quality audiobook for your customers. But the work doesn't end there. Producing the audiobook is half the battle won. Now you have to devise plans to sell your audiobook. How can more people access your audiobook? How can you make your audiobook feature at the top of the BSR? These are some important questions that must be answered. There are certain tricks to increase the visibility of your audiobook. You have done a great job by coming up with the audiobook. Now it's time to know how to sell it. Let me tell you how. Keyword magic. When you search for something on Amazon, you type in the keywords and Amazon shows you the results based on the keywords. Let me give you an example. If you type in the keyword laptops, the first few results will only feature the top-rated laptops on Amazon. However, if you optimize your search and type in laptops with i5 processor, then the top results will only show you the best laptops with the i5 processor in the title. This is how the Amazon algorithm works. You have to be very smart while creating the title of your book. If you manage to use the correct keywords in your audiobook's title, then you will increase your chances of featuring it at the top of Amazon's search results. You have to think from your customer's perspective. What could they possibly type while searching for a specific audiobook on Audible? Make use of every character allowed for the title. Remember, if you miss a keyword in your title, then you risk losing 50% of your sales. If you manage to include all the relevant keywords in your title, you can make around $5,000 every month. Now you must be wondering how to figure out the exact keywords for your title. Well, It's impossible to predict every keyword, but there is a way to know most of them. Suppose if your audiobook is about cryptocurrency, just type the word in Amazon's search bar and you will see a list of auto suggestions. Note all these auto suggestions. Try to use all these keywords and similar words in your title. The formula is quite simple. The more keywords your title has, the better chances of earning. To sum up, your audiobook will sell steadily if you have a quality manuscript along with a captivating cover. But we don't want steady. We want more than steady. If you are aiming to earn above $5,000 every month, then you have to use the correct keywords for your audiobook's title. Once you manage to do that, you are ready for the next step. Reviews. As I have already mentioned before, there is no better way to market your product on the internet than customer reviews. Good reviews will entice new customers to listen to your audiobook. A good thing about audiobooks is that you do not need a lot of reviews. Unlike physical products, only a few reviews will do. You can easily get around 5 reviews for your audiobook every week from Puppy. Puppy is a website that offers to write reviews for books and audiobooks across platforms against a monthly subscription fee. It is a very common method used by many book publishers to increase the credibility of their product or products. You can also take the help of Facebook and ask some of your friends or colleagues to leave good customer feedback on your audiobook. But the bottom line is, you need to have a sufficient number of reviews for customers to believe in your product. Pause and reflect. I have given you almost all the information you need to know about audiobooks and the ways to succeed with them. But let us just relax for a bit. You know how to get started. That is the first step toward creating a revenue model. I hope you understand by now that making money from audiobooks is a given. How much you earn from audiobooks is a variable. After rental income, this is one of the best ways to make steady passive income. Once you upload your audiobook on Audible, you will keep earning money every week, every month, and every year. That too, without moving a muscle. It is just like leaving an airport on autopilot. I urge you to go for it. The Audible market is mostly untapped. It can transform your luck. Just take that first step. You won't regret it. Remember the mantra: explore, invest, market, earn.